If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
With us today is Natasha Srdoc, and she is running for Congress in Virginia, and she's a good friend. And the question is, so many things happen in Virginia, and she's running as a Republican, and the Republicans in November 4th were defeated. And I want, Natasha, I want your pulse on what happened in Virginia, because the Republicans that were running in Virginia seem to be so much more qualified than the two people that defeated them.
Right, John, you're correct. First, it is great to join you and WABC's listening audience today. So you were so right. The Republican candidates were much more educated, more ready to jump in the real implementation of economic reforms and everything that needs to be done in Virginia. When you look at the results, they are disastrous because a governor lost by 15%, lieutenant governor by 11%, and attorney general by 6%. And when you look at the factors that contribute to their loss, some of them are interrelated, but we need to address these going forward. One thing is that Republicans were significantly outspent by Democrats across the board. So, for example, Democrat Spanberger, a governor who became governor, raised $5 million compared to the $35 million raised by Winston Sears, the Republican candidate. Government shutdown and federal workforce layoffs are concentrated in Northern Virginia. So big government Democrats have the highest incentive to vote. There are some 320,000 civilian federal workers residing in Virginia. So that's a very strong, vote.
So somebody had said to me that some of the people were upset because of the government shutdown. Is that possible?
Yes, the government shutdown was a great factor for this, unfortunately. And I think that also we call it Schumer shutdown. Democrats purposely dragged it to this week just in order to get the people so upset. A lot of, as I said, 320,000 civilian federal workers reside in Virginia. So they were majority of them were affected by government shutdown, and keeping it closed, they haven't been receiving salaries. So they obviously had the highest incentive to vote against Republicans because Schumer presented it as House is led by Republicans, Senate is led by Republicans, the House is Republicans, so Republicans are responsible for the government shutdown, which is not true because Democrats were keeping the taxpayers of America hostage to their political purpose. So this is something, timing was very bad. And, when you go further, there was a significant low turnout on the Republican side. There was also poor Republican support infrastructure in Virginia. And the additional items that we need to, I think, address not just in Virginia but other places as well is that for political consultants, there's no incentive for them to be effective. They are awarded anyway. They're not awarded based on results. And then volunteers as well.
Natasha, we're going to talk many times for the next year or so because you're running for Congress in Virginia. Which district are you running in?
Right. So I'm still exploring an opportunity because obviously the funding is a major factor to be able to run successfully. I'm considering running for Virginia's 10th congressional district. Loudoun County is one of the counties in my district. They became very infamous because of obviously gender policies when it comes to boys using girls' bathrooms. There's so much of of also athletics where boys are allowed to compete with girls. This is the anti-Semitism on the rise in Loudoun County, and Loudoun County this is the largest county within my district. It has the highest per capita income in the entire United States of America.
Wow!
Because of mostly because of government, federal workforce, government contracts, and other factors. But it has to be basically people need to understand that it was the Trump administration that made our economy great. That we have an economy that is growing at almost 4%, low unemployment, low inflation, low gas prices. People forget about it. They need to compare former Democrat Biden-Harris administration to what we're having now, and it's very clear we are able to prosper under President Trump's policies, and that's what people need to vote for, especially when you look at the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act extension of it, which actually there are no taxes on tips, overtime pay, and Social Security. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes.
And then
Natasha, we're out of time, but we're going to talk more often. So, Natasha Srdoc, thank you for the update. What happened in Virginia? It looks like it was the shutdown, and thank you so much, and we'll talk again real soon.
Thank you so much, John. Greatly appreciate your partnership.
Thank you.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.